Welcome to Kamehameha the Great, a story of unification by Emma Craning, Kiralee Ramos, and Kainoa. So our central question was, how did King Kamehameha become the greatest leader Hawaii has ever had? So a little bit of background and introduction to our project. So before King Kamehameha the Great unified all the islands, each island had its own separate chiefs. So Kauai and this island over here had their own. Hawaii had their own, Molokai had their own, Lanai, Maui, and Hawaii Island all had their own chiefs. And what Kamehameha did was he unified all the islands together.
Before Kamehameha the Great was born, there was a prophecy that a great ruler would come along. This ruler would be the greatest ruler of the Hawaiian Islands. He would be able to lift the Naha stone, and he would also be the first ruler to unite all of the Hawaiian Islands under one king.
At the time when Kamehameha was born, the ruler was Alii. He didn't want Kamehameha to exist, so his mom hid him in Waipio Valley. His birth name was Paea, known as Crab because of his hard, tough shell. As a young man, when Kamehameha was traveling back to town, he was known as the Lonely One, facing many trials and tribulations.
Based off the criteria of National History Day, we believe that our topic covers all three of exchange, encounter, and exploration. Kamehameha went to explore the Hawaiian Islands, encountering many different battles, which eventually gave him in exchange the leadership of the land. The first battle was the Battle of Mokuohia in 1782 for the Big Island. It was between Kamehameha and Kiralee. They were about to give a prosecution when Kiralee and Kamehameha were dueling to see who could be the one to proceed with the prosecution. When Kiralee won, Kamehameha stepped forward and decapitated the man. This then started a war between Kamehameha and Kiralee. In the end, Kiralee was killed, and Kamehameha ended up ruling Kona, Kohala, and Hamakua.
The second battle was the battle on Maui called the Keipani Valley Battle. Held in Iao Valley on Maui, Kamehameha was aided by Western Tuos. Many died in the damming of the waters, but Maui's chiefs managed to escape, accepting Kamehameha's victory. And that is Iao Valley. A historical landmark today.
The Battle of Nu'uanu in 1795 was for the ownership of Oahu. It started from the sea and went up to the Pali. The warriors were given the option to either be pushed off the cliff or jump. Kamehameha fought this war with a European mindset, having two advisors. It was known as the most decisive battle. Kauai and Niihau were not battles. Both attempts into battle, they were stopped. Kamehameha went into battle the first time, but however, bad weather struck. They lost warriors and many ships, so they couldn't go into battle. The second time they tried to go into battle, a sickness struck throughout the whole warriors and the army. Kamehameha began to make a truce with the current Alii, Kaumualii, that Kaumualii would rule Kauai and Niihau until he passed away, and then Kamehameha would be the ruler of the two islands.
Some of the highlights of our project were the impacts that Kamehameha had on our lives today and the people around him. So some of the social impacts was that he created laws for his people, and some of those laws are still around today, and some of those beliefs are still around today. Economically, he became friends with the Europeans, and he got more things from the Europeans, like guns and clothes, and that became another source of trading. And then they had people. Kamehameha was a very caring man, and people regarded him as like a fatherly figure. So he really had a big impact on not just himself and people around him, but everyone in the community.
One of Kamehameha's biggest accomplishments was becoming friends with Captain Cook. This introduced the people of Hawaii and Kamehameha to Western tools. In addition, this expanded their economy. They received new Western tools in exchange for a cloak or a helmet. This created a bartering system. The kind of rules Kamehameha set still live on today. The kind of person he was truly made people follow his rules. One example of his rules is his fishing rule. People could only take a certain amount of fish at a certain time of year to create fish year-round for everyone.
In conclusion, the unification of the Hawaiian Islands and their people made Kamehameha one of the greatest chief in Hawaiian history. Not only he made the people's lives better, he also expanded the social classes politically and economically, and made Hawaii the great place that we live in today.
One of the main sources that we used for our National History Day project was lecture notes we took in class. We learned a lot about the battles he fought in, and history about colonization and his meetings with Western explorers. The second most useful source to us was the book about Kamehameha. They mentioned a lot about his early life as a child and what he went through to become a great leader.
Thank you.